Okay, I guess we're recording. This is Saul. This is Gilligan. He's known as Pork Chop. And the sequence we're going to do today is a sequence that was developed by Dr. Larry Payne for yoga after 50 YAF Payne POLY YAF Yoga. It was from his training program, and it's a good sequence for those of us that are over 50 and for people with mobility issues, or maybe somebody who hasn't really had a solid practice or a regular practice. This is a good sequence. So I'm probably going to get interrupted here pretty soon by the neighbor, and I'll pause it and then start again. Hopefully I could edit it so it works okay. So we're going to get started on our backs in half corpse Ardha Shavasana. But before we do that, if you have blocks, you might want to grab some blocks, because blocks are good for helping you reach the floor, bringing the floor closer to you. And yeah, so don't be afraid to use blocks. Remember, we're going to leave our egos at the door. Blocks are your friend. If you have two, maybe they're your friends. Okay, so let's get started on our backs. Half corpse. Your knees are bent. Knees are bent, feet are on the floor, they're about hip width apart, arms are down by your sides. If it feels okay in your body, you can take your right hand and place it on your belly. Take your left hand and place it on your heart. From here, we'll start to cultivate an Ujjayi breath, a pranayama. Inhale through your nose to the count of 4. Pause for 2. Audible exhale through your mouth as if you're fogging up an imaginary mirror. Pause for 2. Inhale through your nose, warming, purifying your air. Pause. Exhale through your nose, sealing your lips together. Imagine you've got 2 holes at the back of your throat that you're pushing your air through, feeling a slight constriction at the back of your throat. Continue to breathe like this on your own, focusing only on your breath and your practice. With your next exhale, you're going to bring your arms down by your sides. Inhale, right arm comes above your head. The back of the hand touches the ground above your head at the same time. Oh my God, Daytona! Get off! Daytona down! Oh, you little monster. This one decided to jump up on the computer, so you try to do this stuff at home, and if it's not the neighbors interrupting, it's the animals. Alright, so we're going to get back to it. We're back on our back in half corpse Ardha Shavasana. We're moving our right arm up and down. At the same time, when you lift your arm above your head, you're going to turn your head towards the left. So you're getting a sweet twist in your cervical spine. So we're going to do that 3 times and then switch sides. So let's get back to it. Hopefully she'll stay off the computer. going to do the other side now. Inhale, left arm comes up and over and you turn your head towards the right. Daytona, no. Exhale, lower the arm, lift the gaze. 2 more times, just like that. Inhale, left arm comes up and over. Exhale, lift the gaze, lower the arm. Last time, inhale, left arm comes up and over. You're getting a nice stretch in your upper body. Turn your head toward the right to get that sweet twist in your cervical spine. Exhale, lower the arm, lift the gaze. Now we're going to go both arms above our head. Keep your gaze straight up. Inhale, arms come up and over. Backs of the hands touch the ground above your head. Exhale, lower your arms back down by your sides. We'll do it 2 more times. Try to go breath to movement here. Inhale, arms come up and over. Exhale, arms come down by your sides. Last time, inhale, arms come up and over. And exhale, arms down by your sides. Inhale when you get to the bottom. Exhale, bring your knees into your chest. Appanasana. Squeezing your thighs into your chest. Keeping your tailbone and your shoulders and head on the ground. Relax your feet. Make small circles with your ankles. One way. Reverse the direction. The other way. We're lubricating our ankles. We're getting them ready for our standing postures. You're going to move side to side. Massaging your low back. Find stillness. Extend your left leg long, all the way down onto the mat. Both feet are flexed. Interlace your fingers behind your right thigh, and on an exhale, Ardha Appanasana. Half outbound breath pose. You're going to squeeze your right thigh into your chest and hold it there for about 5 breaths. So this is good for digestion and your elimination. It's a great asana to practice first thing in the morning before you take your constitutional to get things moving downward. That's what Appa means, is downward energy. So we're moving our energy downward by doing this. We're squeezing our descending colon. Last time, inhale. Exhale, switch sides. Send right leg long, left leg comes in. Interlace your fingers behind your knees. So check it out. Depending on how it feels in your body, maybe you interlace your fingers above your knee, getting a deeper stretch. But if you have sensitive knees, interlace your fingers behind your knees. Keep both feet flexed. Keep that right leg engaged. Don't let it just fall to the side willy-nilly. You want to keep that right leg engaged. And breathe. Squeezing that ascending colon now. Great stretch for your hips and your low back. With your next exhale, go ahead and let go of your thigh. Bring your left foot down to the mat. Bend your right knee. Bring your right foot down to the mat. Extend your arms out to the sides. Like airplane wings, your palms are facing down. Heel toe your feet out to the outer edges of your mat. Inhale. Exhale. Drop your knees down to the right, gaze to the left. We're windshield wipering out our legs. We're going to do this a few more times. Breath to movement. Inhale, lift knees, lift gaze. Exhale, knees fall to the left, opposite side. Gaze falls off in the opposite direction of the bent knees. Inhale, lift knees, lift gaze. Exhale, knees fall to the right, gaze to the left. One more time here. Inhale, lift knees, lift gaze. Exhale, knees fall to the left, gaze to the right. Inhale, lift knees, lift gaze. Exhale, knees fall to the right, gaze to the left, and hang out here 5 breaths. If you want more intensity, lift up your right ankle and place it on top of your left knee. This is going to intensify the stretch in your left quadricep and your left hip. Remember to breathe into whatever tension you're feeling in the body. Exhale, bring your foot back down to the mat if you lifted it on top of the knee. And inhale, lift knees, lift gaze. We're going to do it 3 more times. Exhale, knees fall to the left, gaze to the right. Inhale, lift knees, lift gaze. Exhale, to the right, gaze to the left. Inhale, lift knees, lift gaze. Exhale, knees fall to the left, gaze to the right. Last time here. Inhale, lifting. Exhale, lowering. Inhale, lift. Exhale, knees fall to the left. gazing to the right, hanging out here for your 5 breaths. If you took that variation on the right side for more intensity, maybe you want to take it here where you're lifting up your ankle and placing it on your knee, and then you're breathing into all of that tension that you've built in your right quadricep, right hip, right piriformis, right psoas. Breathe. 2 more breaths. Exhale, lower your left foot down to the mat, and inhale, lift knees, lift gaze. Exhale, heel toe your feet together, arms come down by your sides. Inhale, right arm comes above your head, rolling off to the right side. You're going to push yourself up, going slow so you don't get dizzy. And then you're going to come to a standing position. Take your time getting there. If you want to come into downward dog first to get there, or if you just want to push yourself up to get there, that's okay too. However you end up standing is okay. You can come to your knees first. Just taking your time so you don't get dizzy. All right, we're going to start at the top of our mat, on the short edge of our mat. I'm going to stand back a little bit so you can see me. Okay. All right, rejuvenation sequence. Arms are down by your sides. Your feet can either be together or hip width apart. See how it feels in your body. Inhale, arms come out and up, Urdhva Hastasana, or volcano pose. So your palms are facing each other, arms are above your head, reaching. Try not to bring your shoulders up around your ears. Let your shoulders just be relaxed. Exhale, swan dive, forward fold. Arms come out to the sides like airplane wings. You're going to bend your knees, hinging forward with your hips. You're coming forward. Nice long spine. Letting your arms come down so your fingertips touch the ground. Uttanasana. Inhale, half lift, Ardha Uttanasana, but this has got a little bit of a variation, so you want to have a nice generous bend to your knees. Crown of your head reaches, so you're finding that elongation in your spine. At the same time, your arms come out to the sides like airplane wings. Exhale, Uttanasana, straightening the knees, fingertips come back down to the ground. Inhale, rise, Urdhva Hastasana. Arms come back out and up. It's like you're gathering up all of that energy. Exhale, chair pose, bending your knees. You're lowering down like you're sitting in a chair. Awkward standing pose, Utkatasana. Inhale, lift, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, Tadasana. Arms come down by your sides. You want to do that 3 to 5 times. So I'm going to turn sideways so you can see it, and grab a block so you can see what it's like if you're using a block. All right, here we go. Inhale, arms come out and up. Exhale, Uttanasana fold. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana, half lift. Bending your knees, finding that length in your spine. Arms come out to the sides like airplane wings. Exhale, Uttanasana fold. Fingertips come back down to that block. Chest is coming down towards your thighs. Inhale, Urdhva Hastasana. We're coming all the way back up. Exhale, Utkatasana chair. Bending your knees. Shifting your hips back. Gaze down. Make sure you can see all 10 of your toes. Encourage length in your spine. Your palms are facing each other. Inhale, lift. Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, Tadasana. Arms come down by your sides. Let's do that one more time. Like I said, you can do 3 to 5 of these rejuvenation sequence. Inhale, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, Uttanasana. Inhale, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, Uttanasana. Inhale, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, Utkatasana. Inhale, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, Tadasana. Beautiful. Okay, now you're going to step your right foot back about 3.5 feet. landing in a warrior one position. So your back foot's at a 45-degree angle. So your big toe is pointed up towards that right edge of the mat, right corner of the mat. Bring your hands to your hips to help level out your pelvic floor. Drop your hands down. We're going to move static dynamic movement. Inhale, bend your left knee, stack it over your left ankle. At the same time, your arms are sweeping above your head. Palms are facing each other. Virabhadrasana 1. Exhale, straighten the knee, lower the arms. 2 more times, just like that. Inhale, Virabhadrasana 1. Exhale, straighten the knee, lower the arms. Last time, inhale, Virabhadrasana 1. Arms sweep up, palms are facing each other, your left knee is bent. So gaze down at your left foot and see if you can see your toes. If you can't see your toes, walk them forward a little bit so you can see your toes. Think about rooting down into the knife edge of your right foot. Breathing here. Exhale, proud warrior. Think about holding a tray of jewels. Your palms are facing up towards the sky. Forearms are even with their level, parallel with the ground, and you start to bring your elbows back. Think about trying to pinch your shoulder blades together. Think about holding a tray of jewels, tray of drinks. So you don't want to spill the drinks. Chest is puffing out. You're a proud warrior and you're breathing. You want to think about 5 full deep breaths. If you make those exhales a little bit longer than the inhales, it'll help with the relaxation part of this practice. Next exhale, you're going to step your right foot up to meet the left and shake it out. Moving on to the other side. Left leg goes back. Left foot and leg goes back. Landing in that warrior one position. It's at a 45, not a 90. It's at a 45. So think about your big toe pointing towards the left corner of your mat. Hands come to hips. Leveling out your hips. Drop your arms down by your sides and start to move. Static dynamic movement. Inhale, bending your right knee, sweeping your arms above your head. Exhale, straighten the knee, lower the arms. 2 more times, just like that. Inhale, Virabhadrasana 1. Exhale, lowering the arms, straightening the knee. Last time, inhale, Vira 1, and then we're going to hang out here. 5 breaths. As you're breathing, remember to honor the pauses in between the inhale and the exhale. 4 parts to your Ujjayi breath. The inhale, the pause, the exhale, and the pause. Last time here, inhale. Exhale, proud warrior. Palms are up. Forearms are parallel to the ground. Elbows start to pull back. And you're pinching those shoulder blades together to help puff out your chest like a proud warrior. And you're breathing. So you're building strength in your core by doing this. Building strength in your lower extremities. 3 more breaths. Inhale. Exhale, step your left foot up to meet the right and shake it out. So check it out. This sequence, you could go 30 minutes in this sequence, depending on how fast you move, or it could last up to an hour, depending on how slow you move. You know, doing 3 or 5 breaths in each asana is a good way to go about it. I like doing 5, so then you're getting the full benefits of holding the asana. Okay, so now you want to face the long edge of your mat. The edges of your feet are parallel with the short edges of your mat. You have a slight bend to your knees, try not to lock them out. Hands come to your hips. On an inhale, Prasarita Padottanasana. Lifting your chest up towards the sky. Gazing up, exhale. Folding forward. Coming forward, nice long spine. So this is a good time to use a block too. If your fingertips can't reach. If they can reach, that's okay too. So when you lower down, you want to have your hands below your face. On an inhale, right arm lifts and twists towards the right. down to meet the left. 2 more times on the same side. Inhale, right arm lifts and you twist. You're twisting just at the rib cage, not at the hips. Inhale, lift and twist. And then you're going to hang out here for about those 5 breaths. You want to think about keeping your low back flat. Imagine that there's a cup of tea on your low back and you don't want to spill any liquid out. Find a comfortable gazing spot. You can gaze off to the right. Maybe you're gazing down at that left hand. Maybe you're gazing up at the right hand. If you have a more advanced practice and you want to go further, you could always walk your left hand over to grab the right ankle, lowering your chest down towards your right thigh, and maybe you're wrapping the right arm around your low back. If that is too intense for you, that's okay. Just keep your right arm lifted. Inhale. Exhale, lower the right arm down to meet the left. Moving on to the other side. Inhale. Left arm lifts and you twist towards the left. Exhale. Arm comes down. Inhale, lift and twist. Exhale, arm comes down. Inhale, lift and twist, and then hold. Inhale. Exhale, lower the arm down. Inhale, come up halfway, maybe coming up on your fingertips. And then exhale, fold. Grabbing on the opposite elbows, let your head and neck lift. Lifting up on those kneecaps. Try not to lock your knees out. You want to be careful in these forward folds because you can really hurt your adductors if you're not warmed up properly. 2 more breaths. Exhale, bring your hands to your hips and inhale, slowly rise, lifting all the way back up. Exhale, heel toe your feet together. Now, we're going to practice some balancing. As we age, we need to incorporate balancing practices into our routine. It's going to prevent falls. So once again, you could use that block if you need to use the block. If you don't need to use the block, that's okay too. You got 3 heights on your block, low, medium, high. On this, you probably want to use the high setting. So, you want to stand in Tadasana, feet are hip width apart, arms are down by your sides. Inhale for Ekapada Tadasana, one-legged mountain. Right thigh lifts, it's parallel to the ground, the arms come above your head. Palms are facing each other. Find a spot to gaze at. It's called a drishti. The magic number here is 30, so you want to hang out here with your leg lifted for 30 seconds. So if you're moving around and you find this difficult, you can always use that block. Place your foot on the block. It's not cheating. You're still getting the benefits of building strength in that left ankle, which is going to help prevent the falls later in life. Now, as you're standing here on the block, try to just lift your foot off from it. If you feel like you're going to start to fall again, put it back down. Lift it back up. Breathe, inhale. Exhale, go ahead and lower it down. Roll out that left ankle and then move on to the other side. Here we go. Inhale, Ekapada Tadasana on the left. Whoops. So that'll happen. If that happens, just set it back up. Nothing's perfect in life, so you're going to have those little accidents here. All right, here we go. Inhale. And you want to try to time it. I have found out that if you hang out here for 5 to 6 breaths, if the breaths are nice, long, full breaths, that is equal to about 30 seconds. Try not to lean back as you're doing this. Try to stay in alignment. Arms are above your head, ears are above your shoulders, shoulders are above your hips. You know, if you're solid here and you find that it's easy, you could always do your wax on backs off. Your Karate Kid. Dr. Larry Payne would call this the Karate Kid. Inhale. Exhale. Go ahead and lower it back down. Beautiful. Shake it out. We're coming down onto the mat in tabletop position. Goasana. If you have sensitive knees, you can roll your mat over to help pad your knees. I've got sensitive knees, so I'm rolling it over. As you come down, you're going to have your hips stacked over your knees, tops of your feet are on the mat, your shoulders are stacked over your wrists. If you have sensitive wrists, send your wrist forward a little bit so it takes away that angle. Another way you could go about it is get your blocks. Put your hands on your blocks. Okay. Inhale, cow pose. Lifting your chin and your tailbone, arching your spine so your belly's coming down towards the mat. Exhale, Marajasana cat, rounding your spine, tucking your chin, tucking your tailbone, pushing the mat away. Just your spine is moving 2 more times, just like that. Inhale, cow pose. Exhale, cat. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Inhale, neutral spine. Exhale, knees touch. Inhale, balancing cat. Right arm, left leg, lift off the mat. Your palm is facing to the left. Your thumb is pointing up. Your left toes are pointing down at the ground. They're in dorsiflexion. Think about internally rotating your left thigh to keep your toes pointing down at the ground. Gazing slightly forward will keep you balanced. It'll help keep your balance. Now, if you want to challenge your balance, lift just the toes of your right foot off the mat. It'll add a little challenge to your balance. This is a balancing posture. We're building strength all over our body. We're building strength in our shoulder, our legs, our core, our back. Building focus. Inhale. Exhale, go ahead and lower both limbs down to the mat. Try to do it at the same time. Other side, inhale, balancing cat or bird dog, depending on what animal you like. Setting it up, you want to think about reaching and kicking. It's as if somebody has a string tied to your fingers and tied to your heel, and they're pulling in opposite directions. You want to find that length in your spine. Breathe. Not holding the breath, just holding the bird dog. Exhale, lower it all down, same time. Send your knees as wide as the mat. Take an inhale here. Exhale for child's pose. Hips shift back over your heels. Arms extend out in front of you. Lift your elbows up. Have your armpits pushing down. Bring your forehead to the mat. Keeping your arms engaged will give you a stretch through your pectoral muscles. If you can't get your forehead to the mat, you could use your block again. Bring it underneath your forehead and just rest your forehead on your block. Breathe here. Inhale is bringing it back up. Exhale, we're rolling back onto our back into Ardha Shavasana. We've been here before. We know what to do. We're in half corpse pose again. So our knees are going to be bent. Our feet are on the mat. Arms are down by our sides. Now we're going to build some strength in our core. There's a couple of things you could do here. You could do the dying cockroach, which is an exercise that I really like to do. It's fun to do, and not only does it build strength in your core, but it builds strength in your mind because you have to really concentrate on moving the different sides at the same time. So let's do 5 rounds of that, and then we'll do 5 rounds of the slide up so you can see both types of ab work, and you decide which one you like and incorporate it into your sequence. So let's start with the dying bug. All of our limbs are reaching up towards the sky. You want to inhale, lower your left leg, right arm. Not all the way to the ground, just let them hover above the ground by a couple of inches, and then exhale, engage your core, lift your leg, lift your arm. Inhale, other side, right leg, left arm. Exhale, engage your core, lift your limbs. That's 1 round. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale, that's 2. 3. 4. 5. Squeeze it in. Nice. Okay, for the slide ups, your feet come down to the mat. Lift your right leg high to the sky. Your right hand comes behind your head. Left hand comes onto your left thigh down near your left hip. Try to keep this elbow down. When you lift up, try not to have it come up so it's in your field of vision. Try to keep it down. You want to take an inhale. Lifting on your exhale. And sliding that left hand up towards the left knee. Gazing up at the ceiling. Engaging your core. Pulling your belly button down towards the floor. Think about an ant trying to get underneath your back. So you want to try to flatten out your back so nothing can get in or under you. Inhale, lower down. 4 more of those. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Beautiful. Go ahead, switch sides. Left leg lifts, left hand comes behind your head, right hand is down near that right hip. You want to take a breath, an inhale. Exhale, lift it up. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. That's 3. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. 4. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. 5. Inhale, lower. Beautiful. Bring it down. Squeeze it in. Apanasana. Circles with your ankles. One way. And then the other. Swing gently side to side. Giving yourself a low back massage. Okay, find stillness. Bring your feet back down to the mat. Have your toes turned in slightly so they're like pigeon-toed. Arms are down by your sides, pushing your forearms and palms into the mat to help pull those muscles that are underneath your shoulder blades away from the thoracic spine. When you're ready, on an inhale, articulating bridge. Peeling your spine up 1 vertebrae at a time, starting with your hips. Low back, mid back, upper back. You're going to have a slight pause at the top, rolling your shoulders under. Exhale, lower down. Upper back, mid back, low back, and hips. 2 more times, just like that. Articulating bridge. Inhale, come up. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, articulating bridge. Hips, low back, mid back, upper back. Exhale, lower down. Upper back, mid back, low back, hips. Now we're going to add some arms. So when you lift up on your next inhale, you're going to bring your right arm with you. Turn your head towards the left, just like we did at the beginning of the practice. Exhale, lower down. Bringing your arm with you. Other side, inhale. Left arm comes up and over. You're lifting your spine off the mat one vertebrae at a time. Turning your head towards the right. Exhale, lower the left arm down. Upper back, mid back, low back, hips. Both arms this time. Inhale, come up. Exhale, lower down. Beautiful. Inhale when you get to the bottom. Exhale, bring your knees into your chest. Apanasana, squeeze. Small circles with your ankles. Maybe independent ankle party where they're going in opposite directions. Swaying side to side. Nice. All right. Bring your feet back down. Grab one of the blocks. You're going to lift your hips up. Slide that block underneath your hips. So it's resting right at the base of your tailbone. Then have your arms come back down by your sides. Inhale here. Exhale, bring your knees into your chest. And then inhale, lift your legs high. See how that feels on your back, that block. If it's not comfortable, lower your legs back down, readjust it so it's comfortable, because we're going to be here for about 5 minutes. Here we go. Legs up the wall. Vipariti Katarani. After about 5 breaths, you're going to start to point and flex your feet. Inhale, point your toes. Exhale, flex. Inhale, point. Exhale, flex. Inhale, point. Exhale, flex. Inhale. Exhale, bend your right knee. Bring your right heel down towards your right glute. It's like you're kicking yourself in the butt. Inhale, lift it back up. As you lift it back up, try to keep your legs together like they're one unit. 2 more times, just like that on the same side. Exhale, bend the knee. Inhale, lift it back up. Exhale, bend the knee. Inhale, lift it back up. Other side. Exhale, left leg goes down. Inhale, comes back up. Exhale, left heel goes down like you're kicking yourself in the butt. Inhale, it comes back up. Exhale, lower it down. Inhale, lift it back up. Now we're going to scissor our legs. Inhale, right leg goes down. Just until you feel your hip catch you. You don't need to go all the way down to the ground. You can just keep it floating. Exhale, bring it back up. Switch sides. Inhale, left goes down. Exhale, bring it back up. As you're bringing your legs back up, make sure you engage your core to help get some core work in here. Inhale, left goes down. Exhale, it comes back up. Other side. 3 we're going to do on each side. Very nice. Okay, they come back together. Zip them together like one unit. And now when you're ready, on an inhale, wide-legged, flying V, like we did in the Prasarita Padottanasana. Exhale, engage those adductors and squeeze your legs together. 2 more times. Inhale. Exhale. It's like a dragonfly. Inhale. This time when you exhale, you're going to bring the soles of your feet together. Inhale with them together and lift it, and then exhale, lower them down like a frog swimming in water. Inhale, lift them up. Exhale, lower them down. Inhale, lift them up. Exhale, lower them all the way down. Bringing your ankles down to the ground. Lift your hips up. Slide that block out. Lower your hips back down, coming into your supine butterfly pose. Now we're going to take the same hand placement that we took at the beginning of the class, where the right hand is on the belly. That's to remind ourselves to follow our gut. Left hand comes to your heart. That's to remind you to practice self-love. Make these the fullest, deepest breaths of your practice. Inhale so much that it's like you're trying to push your hand off your belly. Exhale. Let your belly button come down toward your spine. 2 more times just like that. Inhale. Exhale. Last time, inhale. Exhale, letting it all go. When you don't have any more left to exhale, think about pulling up on your pelvic floor, pulling up on your anus. It's like you're trying to stop the flow of urine, and you're holding there for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let it go. Inhale. Exhale. Close your knees together like you're closing a book. Inhale. Right arm comes above your head. You're going to roll off to your right side, and then go ahead and roll all the way over onto your bellies. We're going to work on our backs now. Building strength in your back, build strength in your core. So you're on your belly, tops of your feet are on the mat. If it's uncomfortable to have the tops of your feet on your mat, that's okay. Maybe just keep your toes tucked, but try to have the tops of your feet on the mat. Resting on your chin or your forehead. Palms are going to be near your armpits. Elbows are stacked over your wrist. Think about trying to touch your elbows together. On an inhale, cobra pose, Bhujangasana. You're lifting up your head, neck, chest, and shoulders. If you can't straighten your elbows, that is okay. Try to do this without engaging your glutes. Try to keep your glutes relaxed. Exhale, lower down. 2 more times. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, lower. Last time. Inhale, cobra pose. Exhale, lower down. Bring your hands underneath your forehead, resting your forehead on the backs of your hands. Big toes touch, heels fall out. Breathe. Resting pose. Right hand comes above your head, your palm is facing down. Left arm is down by your side. Back of your hand is on the ground next to your hip. Bring the tops of your feet back down to the mat, resting on your chin or your forehead. On an inhale, Ardha Shalabhasana. Lifting up your head, neck, chest, and shoulder, left leg, right arm. Exhale, lower down. 2 more times. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. And exhale, lower. Switch sides. Right arm is down near your side, left arm is above your head. Palm is facing down. When you're ready, I invite you to do Ardha Shalabhasana on the other side. Inhale, Ardha Shalabhasana on the left. Left arm, right leg, head, neck, chest, and shoulders. So you're doing opposite arm, opposite leg. 2 more times. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Bring your hands underneath your forehead, resting your forehead on the backs of your hands. This time, try heels in, toes out. Breathe. Relax. Exhale, bring your feet back to the mat, tops of your feet back to the mat, arms are by your sides. Inhale, pushing up to your Galasana, tabletop position. Rolling back over onto your back, coming back into our half corpse, our Ardha Shavasana. Been here before, you know what to do. Feet are on the mat, hip width apart, arms are down by your sides. Inhale, right leg lifts high to the sky. Exhale, bend your right knee, place your right ankle on your left thigh, coming into figure 4 on the floor. This might be enough for you. If you have tight hips, this might be enough intensity for you today. If you want to go further, breath to movement, inhale. You're reaching your right hand through that figure 4 shape and interlacing your fingers behind your left thigh. On an exhale, you're going to bring that left thigh down into your chest. You could use your right forearm as leverage to help apply pressure to your right thigh for more intensity. Or you can interlace your fingers on your left shin and bring your knee closer that way. If you have sensitive knees, I would recommend that you don't do that, that you just keep them interlaced behind the knee and breathe. Next inhale, left foot lifts high to the sky. If this bothers your knee, you don't have to do it. This is just a variation that you could take. Exhale, lower it down. Inhale, lift it back up. And exhale, lower it down. Inhale, lift it up and either hang out here for a couple of breaths, or you can keep it lower down. However it feels better in your body. It's all about you. Listen to your body, listen to how it feels. Exhale, lower your left foot down. Right foot comes along with it. Arms are back down by your sides. Moving on to the other side. Inhale, left leg lifts high to the sky. Exhale, bend the left knee. Place the left ankle on the right thigh. Inhale, interlace your fingers behind the right thigh. Exhale, that right thigh comes down into your chest. I'm really feeling it in my left hip. So I had a family member reach out to me saying that their hip was really hurting after shoveling lots of snow out of their driveway. So exercises or asanas, postures like this, are what you would want to do if you're feeling it in your hips. So it's going to stretch out your psoas and stretch out your piriformis. Inhale, lift that right foot high to the sky. Exhale, lower it down. Inhale, it comes back up. We're going to do that 3 times. Everything's better in 3s in yoga. Inhale, it lifts and either stays lifted, or depending on how your knees are feeling, you can bend it again and just hang out here. Breathing. Exhale, go ahead and lower your right foot down. Left foot comes along with it. Arms are down by your sides. Inhale, right leg lifts. Once again. Foot's in dorsiflexion, arms are down by your sides. Inhale, single leg extension. Lower your right leg down. Hovering it a few inches above the mat. Don't drop it all the way down. Arms are coming above your head, just like we did at the beginning of the class. Backs of the hands touch the ground above your head if that's accessible to you. Exhale. Lift the leg, lower the arms. Engage the core. 2 more times, just like that. Inhale. Breath to movement. Exhale. Last time, inhale, leg goes down, arms come up. This time when you exhale and lift the leg and lift the arms, you're going to grab on. Either at the calf or at the thigh. Never at the knee. Thigh or calf, or if you have the flexibility, you can take your peace fingers and wrap them around your big toe. Thumb is on top of the big toenail. With each exhalation, you're going to bring that leg closer to your head. Nice stretch for the back of your leg. All right, think about plugging your femur into your back pocket so you don't let your hip lift off the ground. Keep it down. If you want more intensity, you can straighten your left leg. Keep the toes of your left foot pointed. The toes on the right foot flexed. Breathe, inhale. If you're feeling strong and you want a little more here, you could always add a little core work. So on your next inhale, you would let go of that leg. Arms come down by your sides. Engage your core. Lift your head off the mat. Lifting up at the ceiling. And holding and breathing in as you hold. Exhale, nice. Both knees into the chest, head lowers back down, squeezing in Apanasana, outgoing breath pose. Maybe you're rocking side to side. Circles with your ankles. It feels really good after all those standing postures. And then we'll move on to the other side. Left leg lifts high to the sky. Your foot's in dorsiflexion. Inhale, leg goes down, arms come up. Nice full body stretch here. Exhale, engage the core as you lift that leg and lower the arms. We're going to do 2 more times. Lubricating our shoulders, lubricating our hips. Last round. Then you're going to grab it at the calf, or at the thigh, or at the big toe if you have that flexibility. As you exhale, that leg is going to come close to the head. Breathe. Maybe you take the variation for more intensity to where you straighten the right leg. Send those toes pointing out and your left toes flexing towards your face. Want to add the core work? Lift and engage. Exhale, squeeze it all in. Breathe here, inhale. Exhale, lower your feet down to the mat. Arms come out to the sides like airplane wings. Your palms are facing down. Inhale, lift your hips up. Shift them over to the left and lay them back down. Exhale for supine twist on the left. Knees come into the chest. You're lowering them down to the right side, and then your gaze is going to fall off in the opposite direction of your bent knees. Try to anchor in through your shoulders. Twist or detoxifying. Keeps the spine young and flexible. Breathe. Inhale, lifting the knees back up. Realign your spine. Move on to the other side. Inhale, lift your hips up. Shift them over to the right. Lay them back down. Exhale, supine twist on the right side. Breathe here. Inhale, knees come back up, gaze comes back up, realigning your spine. You could exhale, bring your knees into your chest one last time, giving yourself one last little hug. Inhale here. Exhale, Shavasana. Sending your legs long, extend your legs. They're wider, as wide or wider than your mat. Arms are down by your side. Your palms are facing up now. Letting go of whatever pranayama you were using. If you were using an Ujjayi breath, let that go. Returning to your normal breath. Relaxing fingers and toes, shins and calves, thighs and quadriceps. Relax. Your hips and your glutes, your belly, your low back, your chest, your shoulders, forearms, biceps, triceps, wrists. Relax your face. Uncrease your brow. Pull the tongue away from the roof of the mouth and unclench your jaw. Lower your eyes down if that feels okay in your body. And just let it all go. Staying to 10 minutes, however long you like. At least 3 to 5 minutes though in your Shavasana. I want to thank you for taking time out of your day to come to your mat and allowing me to guide you through this practice. I want to thank Dr. Larry Payne for developing this sequence and allowing me to use it for my students. It's a great sequence. I find it's just enough to get me going, and if you feel like you need more, I have other sequences available on my YouTube channel. Feel free to practice with one of the other sequences if you want a little more. Namaste.